little episode is for anybody who bothers to watch it. Basically what I'm going to do is just kind of talk briefly about what I'm doing and kind of what I hope to do and what I've been doing on Stellaris and really anything. If you haven't already figured it out, I am new to this, not real good at it, I should say, but I'm hoping that people start watching, take interest, and I get some practice in. For now, we're just gonna do a brief kind of overlook of the race I want to play, just real quickly. I'm going with one of the new appearances, the weird, really cool dragon thing, dragon butterfly monstrosity that just looks awesome sauce. I'm going with kind of like a weird sort of cult, almost, sort of deal, hive mind, where this leader is their god, hot master of the hive, whatever, and just little drones or bodies of this one true god here. Hive mind name. Funny story, when I made this, I actually forgot to give it traits, so I may or may not do that. We're gonna see. Adaptives too, maybe. We'll kind of figure it out as we take a look at it. I usually go with intelligence. I really like the science boost. Maybe enduring or even charismatic. Just pick two. Just take 2 points worth, and then as we go through our biological stuff, we'll take more. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Say ruler. Sticking with the whole culty thing, we're going with the birthplace of the one is our home world, light of the one. I actually really like avian looks and stuff, so I'm gonna go with that instead of the reptilian form or a hive mind. We're going with natural neural networks, which it wasn't until I started playing around a little bit with these guys after the update that I saw it doesn't give a bonus to research anymore. It's alternatives, and then divided attention. But I'm gonna keep this just because I like it early on. It's good to kind of go, well, I really need this tech, and it just makes it easier. The divided attention, the extra 2 systems. I usually honestly pitch this when I get the expansion tradition or maxed out, just because that gives me another 2. And then later on, I might take it back. I don't know. We'll see. The Devouring Swarm could be fun to play with, but I don't think that's what we're going to go with right now. Realm of the One True God. Figured that out. Got our special little flag, which is one of the mods I've got running. I do not have the mods memorized, so I'll have to put those in kind of like a description thing. They're not really anything, game-changing. Just some aesthetic stuff, like flags. I do have one that forces all Guardians to spawn, because I do like playing on large maps, and it just really bugs me when only 1 or 2 spawn. So I've got all of them spawning, or not the Guardians, the Leviathans, I guess about the same thing. And then one that messes with the Enigmatic Fortress, because in the update, it got rid of the fact that you got rid of all of the text you could research from it. You can only randomly get 1, I believe. Haven't fiddled with it too much. And the mod essentially just lets you be able to research it once you've beaten it. I've got one for Syncretic Empires, but we don't really care about that. No clusters mod, because, well, let's be honest, the non-cluster system in this is just randomly splotched. And then there's one other one, I think. FTL, we're gonna go Wormhole. I used to do Warp for a while there when I got back into Stellaris. And it's just, with the nerf, I don't really feel that I want to stick with it. I'd like to go back to Wormhole. Because when I first started playing, I watched, the Blorg and everything, and that was a lot of fun, and I got super hyped for it. So I'm like, alright, I understand Warp. Let's go hyperspace. Used hyperspace for a while. I'm like, this is awesome. This is the best. Super great. And then with the Wormhole, I'm like, wow, this is really cool. And then I just kind of fell back to Warp. So I'm going to try to do Wormhole again. Well, I briefly was staring at this while ranting. Our energy weapons, or our starting weapon, you know, Dragonfire, I guess. I don't know. I just like lasers. It's more fun. Ship appearance is gonna be avian because, like I said, I like it. Let's go back for a little bit. So I've been playing Stellaris since about when it came out, on and off. I'm not super great at it, in my opinion. I mean, maybe I am, maybe I'm mediocre. I'm hoping you guys will kind of give me a heads up on what I do wrong in game. And then I can kind of improve my gameplay, because that's really the point here. It's just to get better at these games that I like to play, and, you know, give myself a reason to play it. But I played for a while, got, you know, kind of wore out on it. Then Leviathans came out, picked it up a little bit, but not too much. And then this new one, Utopia, I have been playing the crap out of. At least half my playtime has gone into this. I've added an extra like 100 hours of playtime just from that alone. And I've messed a little bit with sorry, I messed with my headphones. With the syncretic stuff, the robotic one once, and, you know, just kind of messed with it. And then I messed with the hive minds, and I really love hive minds. I know they're a little easy mode. They're not super great. You know, they're not challenge. You don't have ethics. You don't have happiness. You don't have migration to worry about. And it's, but I like it. They're fun because you don't have all this stuff to worry about. Which, whatever. You don't have to elect leaders. You don't have all this not fun, annoying crap. It's not really annoying. It's part of the game, and it's not bad once you get good at it. But it's just something I don't have to worry about, and it's nice. But I played with hive minds for a while, and I love it. It's fun. I've had 2 playthroughs where I made it to about the construction of ring worlds. Yeah, 2 playthroughs of the hive minds where I just put up the build site for a ring world, and I was super excited because that's my goal with this game, whether or not it stays on Twitch, is to get a ring world up and going, because I have never, ever, ever successfully finished it. Because in those 2, I had the War in Heaven event chain occur, which was awesome. It was great. It was super duper. It was a lot of fun messing with it. But I always end up picking the losing side. So I end up being the strongest fleet against a fleet of like 300k from the other awakened empire. And it's just, there's no point in really keeping on playing because I can't produce ships as fast as they can. My mineral output isn't as fast, and their ship or their fleet size and strength is growing at a rate that mine can't match. So it kind of sucks. I get kind of stagnated there. The first hive mind I fiddled around with was I got habitats up. I didn't quite get to Ringworld Tech, and then an endgame crisis occurred. But because the whole galaxy was just so unadvanced technology-wise and ship strength-wise, nothing could stand up to it. It had spawned at just the right time that I didn't quite have the strength to do it, and nobody else in the galaxy could. So it just... I'm hoping that I could have swore I saw that they were scaling it to Empire strength, or not Empire, Galaxy strength, which would be nice. So I'm going to turn Endgame Crisis back on, because I was playing without them for a while, and see what happens. There's another one that I piddled with a little bit. It was I got about mid-game, and then something happened and I just kind of lost interest. I think nobody was keeping up with me military-wise. Maybe that was it. I'm not really sure off the top of my head. But I kind of fell out of it, but I'm back now that they've got these new ones in, and I'm excited. I'm excited. My goal for this is to get a ring world in and up and going and all sort of nerdy stuff. But let's look at our traits. Let's try to at least get those 2 basic points filled up. That way it's something to kind of boost us. They did bump up hive minds with 1.6, I believe, where they added some bonuses to it besides the Unity and or what else there was. I think it was Influence. Yeah, monthly influence and Unity had a boost, but they added habitability and growth speed bonuses, which are super awesome. Just makes it easier to kind of expand. I know I said it earlier, but my typical build for these was something along the lines of, oh shoot, something along the lines of this maybe? Yeah, there we go, something like that was kind of what I was doing. And then just because I liked the intelligence boost, the enduring was nice. I hadn't quite figured out consumer goods. I wasn't used to it, so it was throwing me off. So I'm like, just mineral boost my way through it. But I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go with adaptive, intelligent, or enduring and charismatic maybe. We're just gonna pick one, or in this case 2, to just fill up those 2 trait points that we start with. And I'm trying to see if anything else catches my eye that maybe I want to trade out charismatic for. So I like to go a little diplomatic. I don't want to be the conquering horde. Of course, maybe I do, but in this case strong would be nice. But I'm not sure. I'm gonna think about that, and I'm not gonna promise that I'm gonna pick one. I'm actually not going to pick one right now. I'll think about it a little more in between this video and the next one I'm going to do, because I'm going to take a little break between them just to get some ibuprofen and some water to get all set up. But just to get you an idea of how I'm going to have this go, as these are going to be my setup for my Galaxy. Endgame Crisis on, Advanced Neighbors off. Unless they changed it, I haven't liked advanced AIs. I've had them at 0 because they always are aggressive, it seems, or at least used to be. Like I said, it's been a long time since I've had them on, so maybe they aren't anymore, aren't always aggressive, and it just, I didn't like that. I mean, it made sense a little bit that, you know, you're a small galaxy, or small empire that's relatively new to space. They've been going longer. Easy score. Makes sense. So I've got them turned off and Advanced Neighbors subsequently off. Even though I've had so much issue with the War in Heaven stuff, I am going to keep Max Fallen Empires up. I like the idea of Fallen Empires. I think it's really cool. I've got Habitable Worlds a little higher. Just, I don't know, I like playing at 1.25. It's not way up there like, you know, this, where it's 5 times. But 1.25, just a little boost, a couple here and there. And the AI Empires, I do keep a little low. And here's my reasoning for it. If we ever make it to space before our squishy little species dies off, we're not going to find, in my opinion, these advanced galactic empires just holding the galaxy forever. And have been or will be. If we're lucky, we'll find maybe one other sentient, intelligent species in our galaxy. Maybe. I mean, I could be totally wrong. There could be a war going on in space right now that's all about, you know, control between 6 or 7 different advanced species. But who knows? But I feel like it gets a little more realistic. I mean, in truth, it'd be down to, like, you know, here. But that's no fun. That's boring. There's no conflict. I also like keeping the number a little lower because it does kind of reduce. It gives you a little bit more time to build up, you know, fleet-wise. You're not going to war with a couple destroyers and corvettes just to gain one planet in hopes that you can expand a little bit. It's nice. I do have to have Empire clusters on for the mod to work, otherwise it just cancels each other out, and it's really weird. I'm not going to restrict FTL, difficulty's normal, AI aggressiveness is normal, Iron Man's off. I do have one big concern about this. I played a little bit after the update, and every Empire I came across was pacifist in some way. So I'm hoping that's not the case, and I don't have to, you know, wait for another patch, or that it's a bug or something. I am hoping that it was just something weird, or a weird coincidence. But, I know I'm saying that a lot. We're gonna try and see what happens. Hopefully, we get a couple more people around us that aren't just one or two, that aren't just, purely pacifist. I hope the Empire, not the Empire, the Galaxy, I'm gonna be mixing that up a lot, apparently, aren't just pacifists, and we're the only hive mind out there that's not a pacifist species. So, but we'll see. I do have one last thing before I kind of wrap this up. I recently had to reset my computer due to something weird. It was a problem I was having. I thought a lot of programs just stopped responding on me. And then, you know, they might come back, they might crash. I'm like, you know, let me reinstall Windows real quick. That caused some problems, so I had to reinstall Windows. You know, do with the a little more advanced Windows 10 where it wipes a little bit more. And see if that worked. And it did, but I've lost a lot of stuff. But I'm hoping OBS isn't what caused it. That was my initial thought I was having. Was that OBS was causing it, because I am using OBS, as you'll probably see if you end up watching this video in its entirety. But I'm hoping that's not it. I'm hoping it won't cause this to stop responding and crash, and y'all get weird stuff. But we'll see. All right, I'm gonna end this, and then I will see you guys hopefully in here a little bit.